If you have been using glitches to do this heist, you know by now since the last DLC that you cannot loot gold anymore. And if you played Legends since day one farming the airport only, you are missing out on a lot of potential white stuff. But that's not all, what I'm about to show you is actually easier than going to the airport for your secondary loots. Let's get into it. After you found what your primary loot is, get yourself detected so you are brought back to the airport and go straight to the north dock like I'm doing. Just so you know, while explaining everything, I'm taking in consideration that maybe you are new to the heist and want the most money possible running always the same pattern as the best meta possible. To do so, you will have to apply everything I'll be mentioning in this video, and I promise it will all make sense at the end. So, you've probably seen this on the internet when we had the previous nerfs on most of the loots a couple patches ago, but what we are interested in this is actually the last two lines that usually most people won't read, and that's where our money maker is, the 2 players area bar.
What?
Yeah, I know, this might sound confusing since we are doing this solo, right? Don't worry, we won't be doing any glitches and you will understand everything soon. Our main target is of course 2 white stuff, but if we can only get 1 stash, we want to fill the rest of the bag with the green stuff since it's our second best option. First, when you reach the 2 players area, which by the way will be our main target, take a look at your secondary loot. As you can see, I got 1 white stuff, 1 green stuff and 1 stash of cash. If I want, I could fill my bag to 100% right there in the heist, but like we mentioned earlier, the green stuff got a better value, so what you can do is go over here, which is really close, and well, that was stupid. And if I'm lucky, I could get even another stash of white stuff, which unfortunately was not the case for this heist. Okay, so why prioritize the North Dock over the airport? Here's why. The airport got 6 possible places for secondary loots, and all of them got 30% chance to spawn the white stuff, which is the normal old. But the North Dock got 7 spawn locations and 3 of them got 60% chance to spawn the white stuff. And that's not all. Let's be real, most of the time our main loot is either the tequila or the ruby necklace, which additionally buffs your secondary loots by 20% when you get the tequila and 10% for the ruby necklace. That's why you always want to get the best secondary loots possible. The bonuses makes a big difference after several heists. Just to give you more options, if you are already familiar with the airport, if not, watch this video next at the end, you will be able to click on it at the ending screen. You can scout both locations to increase your odds of getting 2 stash of white stuff. You will have more than enough time in the heist to travel between both areas with the long fin and still get your elite bonus. By the way, just a quick tip, once you scouted everything you need on the island for your heist, put your Kasatka as your spawn location and don't go back at the airport to take the plane. Just change sessions. Everything will be saved and you will save a lot of time. Alright, enough maths for today. Let's see what you have to do to get access to the 2 players area. First, you do exactly the same preps as you were going to the airport and still use the long fin. The only difference is instead of taking the main dock entry, you will take the north dock entry. The next step is to put your long fin in a position that will be reusable easily when you get out and eventually go to the drainage tunnel like in the airport meta. Alright, now watch carefully what I do to get inside the 2 players section area.
Based on the blueprints, to get into that lockup, you would need an extra person with you.
I actually did something, if I can say. All you have to do is use the long fin. I'm not kidding, it's as simple as that. If you use any other vehicle approach, the Kasatka, the Velum, or else it won't work. This place will be locked and you will need 2 players to access it. This is actually nothing new. It always has been like that since day one, but now this place become even more the most valuable place to check for the reason I gave earlier, but also since you can't loot gold solo anymore. If you are a more advanced player, it's good to know that whatever entry you take, as long as you use the long fin, you will still have access to this area solo. Okay, so if you remember earlier, I said I could fill my bag here and head right away to the drainage tunnel, but if I got a better option of loot to the other area near me, this is how you probably do it. Get rid of the guard at this position, you need to kill him or he will hear you open the gate since we are using the plasma cutters and not the bolt cutters. Also, I suggest you turn your view the way I'm doing it because there is a possibility that a patrolling jeep come this way and could see the dead body. If you see a red dot showing up on this road, which is the jeep, stop immediately what you are doing, take care of it and go back to looting. After that you will be fine, same thing when leaving. Congratulations, you just did the hardest part of the heist, but we are not done yet. The compound is next. Follow this easy path to reach your main loot.
Are you in? You did not get sucked into a turbine. I knew you'd be fine. How likely is it I have 2 operations in the same way, huh? Now, we'll look for the vault. Maybe start in the central building.
Sí, anda por aquí. Lo vi hace un rato.
Be careful in this area. Mr. Rubio's personal bodyguards, they know they're soldiers, and they will know you are not one of them, no matter what uniform you are wearing.
It's easier to knock the guard, but you can actually pass behind him. Just be careful to not shoot, because even if you do a headshot, depending of the position of the other guards patrolling under, they can still hear you. Once you have taken the main loot, follow this path for a smooth exit. Just keep an eye on the juggernaut position and the guard patrolling in front of you. If they are in the way, just wait downstairs until you can pass.
Heads up, fresh guards inbound.
The last guard I'm about to kill can be here, but sometimes he is not. It all depends where he is patrolling when you reach the gate. Just be sure that he isn't close from the other guard standing or inside his guard range when you kill him.
Help yourself. Well done. The compound is done. The only thing left to do is escape. Carry on like this and they will never know you were there.
There are two last things that you need to know. Killing this guard near the bike isn't a problem if you are about to leave the island, but if you are not quick enough, this patrolling jeep will eventually reach the dead body and you will be caught. If it does happen, just be sure to dive in the water so the buzzard can't shoot at you. Just so you know, when you leave the compound, if you are detected after, it doesn't make you lose your elite bonus as long as you finish your heist under 15 minutes. Okay, so to resume this meta, scout the North Dock 2 players area after your main loot for a very high chance of potential white stuff. Check the other section near it, and if you are comfortable moving around the island, the airport also, to increase even more your odds of white stuff. Follow the path as shown in the compound. Rinse and repeat this method to make an average of 1.1 million if not more. And the most important part to make this heist always successful is to like and subscribe. Hey, it's worth a shot, but know that your support is much appreciated. And by the way, if you are curious to know how long it took to do the heist, watch the results at the end and you will see why you would have more than enough time to travel at the airport too if it was needed. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was useful for you. Peace.
Work it out, and work it out now.